أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين للتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh jami'an. Inshallah, hope everyone is well. Can everyone hear me as well?
Yes.
Dr. Shabir, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear you.
Brilliant. Okay, let's start. Now, I'm going to first of all continue from the point which I left from last week. We were talking about the sound masculine plurals and the sound feminine plurals, and I requested those who have sent their homeworks, thank you ever so much. It was really good and really promising that, alhamdulillah, people are understanding what I'm trying to teach, and it's benefiting mu'min around the globe. So I'm going to just refresh everyone's memory and then inshallah finish off this lesson on the topic of broken plurals. Now, we mentioned in the Arabic language, you have all words in the Arabic language are divided into three categories. You have nouns, verbs, and you have prepositions and particles, like in, on, above, beneath. All of these are prepositions, and majority of the discussion in the Arabic language is focused on all three of them, to be honest with you. But the most important one, which we are going to focus at the moment on, it's on the actual nouns. And we were speaking about the nouns, but in the Arabic language, nouns, what type of nouns? The plurals itself. So in the Arabic language, there are so many different types of nouns. You have in Arabic, I'll give you the Arabic names just to get yourself tweeted to them and listen and be familiar with them. You have a noun, which we call in Arabic, al-ismul fa'il. Al-ismul fa'il is like the word qatil, the word like nadir, the word like katib, the word like sa'im. So these are called ismul fa'il. Qatil, dharib, sharib. So all of these are called ismul fa'il, and they come on a pattern of fa'ilun. And then we have another type of nouns which called al-ismul maf'ul. Al-ismul maf'ul. Al-ismul maf'ul Al-ismul maf'ul. So the al-ismul maf'ul is like, we have katibun, which means a writer or a scribe, and then we have maktubun. Maktubun means a manuscript. Ismul maf'ul. One is indicating upon a person who's performing an action, katib, a writer, and maktub is the document or the thing which has been written. So that is called al-ismul maf'ul. Al-ismul fa'il is called in English active participle noun, and maktub is called a passive participle noun. I'm just going to give you the names just to get yourself aware of these names, so that you're aware that these topics will be coming in the next few sessions. Then after that, you have adverbs. Now, in the Arabic language, adverbs are two things: place and time where the action is taking place. Place and time where the action is taking place. In Arabic, we call it al-ismul dharf. Al-ismul dharf. Al-ismul dharf. Al-ismul dharf is, for example, I'll give you the example, like the word we use in our mehfils, we say majlis. The word majlis. Majlis means the place where we sit, majlis. Or for example, the word which we use for our places of worship, masjid. Masjid is the place where we prostrate. So these are, in Arabic, are called al-ismul dharf. And then I'll give you another example, maqtal. Maqtal of Mawla Hussain alayhi salam, for example. Maqtal, the battleground. Qatala is the root word, which means killing or murdering. And Jalasa is the past tense, which means he sat. And then we have a noun, which is derived from a verb. And we have majlis and maktab. For example, maktab or maktabatun, office or a library. So these are derived from a verb. And then we have other nouns as well. For example, we call someone Kareem. Kareem. Kareem, as we know, we call someone who is generous. Kareem. So this is called in Arabic as-sifatul mushabbahatu, an adjective for an individual which we ascribe to. Kareem, or for example, Allama, knowledgeable. And then we have the other one in Arabic language, the other type of noun is called those who are in book 3 in Medina Arabic, you're aware of that, which is called Af'al tafdhil, Af'al tafdhil, the superlative noun. When you compare one individual with someone else, like we say, for example, Aliyun a'lamu min Zaid. Aliyun a'lamu min Zaid. Ali is more knowledgeable a'lamu than Zaid. So this is called a superlative noun. So these are the main nouns which we will go through, because a lot of the verses of the Quran consist these types of nouns itself. And inshallah, now I'm going to the topic which we started the past 2 weeks, which was the sound masculine plural and the sound feminine plural. Now I will ask kindly who I will ask Sister Munira Yusuf Ali. Sister Munira Yusuf Ali, Assalamu alaikum. You should be able to come on the mic.
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Right, now Sister Munira, we spoke about the sound masculine plural. Yes?
Yes.
Now, can you explain to the class and refresh everyone's memory, what is a sound masculine plural?
Sound masculine plural is a pattern which continuously goes with waw sakin and nun fatha for the masculine, to add to the masculine singular.
Excellent.
Like mu'minun, then we take out tanween and put one dhamma, and then we add waw sakin and nun fatha to get the plural, and this is sound masculine plural. The pattern goes with all same for the masculine plural.
Excellent. Right, yeah, that's correct. So now for the word mu'minuna, so what would be the singular of this word, and what type of noun is mu'minuna now?
Singular is mu'minun, believer.
Okay.
And this is sound masculine plural. A jamun, that is same pattern that has waw sakin and nun fatha.
Excellent, excellent. Now over here now, the other point I'm going to mention additional. The word qad means indeed. Now the word aflaha is a past tense verb, which means he is successful. Now we have the word al-mu'minuna, which is coming after the verb aflaha. Now the word al-mu'minuna is the doer of the action of being successful.
Yes.
So al-mu'minuna, and that is as we in Arabic we call it the doer. So the doer of being successful is the believers. So this is fa'il, doer of the action. So qad aflaha al-mu'minuna. And remember I mentioned last week as well that every sound masculine plural has 3 states. Do you remember that?
Yes.
What were the 3 states for the sound masculine plural?
So here it is the subject of the verb, fa'il, So it is waw sakin and nun fatha. Then
Yep.
it will become this is a nominative case. Then it will also have an accusative case and genitive case.
And in the accusative, and so give me an example of a non-sound masculine plural. So for example, if I gave the example ja'a, I said ja'a, say, how do you say a man came?
Ja'a rajulun.
Ja'a rajulun. That means a man came. Correct?
Yes. And a man came. And then
Accusative.
maybe accusative, ja'a, he came with a man.
Yep.
Ja'a ma'a rajulin.
Ja'a ma'a rajulin.
Rajulin.
Yep.
And now accusative, it will become rajulan.
No. Yeah, accusative rajulan, correct. So ma'a is a particle which came before the word rajul, ma'a, mim, ain.
Yeah.
Ma'a rajulin. He came with a man. So rajulin is getting a kasra tanween.
Yeah.
Now, for example, if I say ra'aytu, I gave you this example. Ra'aytu is a basic word, ra, alif, and a hamza on top of the alif, ya, and ta.
Ra'aytu, I saw.
Yes.
I saw a man, then I will say ra'aytu rajulan.
Ra'aytu rajulan. Excellent. So this is in regards to a noun. That a single noun has rajulun, rajulan,
rajulin.
Rajulin. But the sound, is my voice echoing by any chance?
Al-mu'minuna.
Correct?
Al-mu'minina.
Al-mu'minina, correct?
And again, al-mu'minina.
Correct. So for example, if I say, I saw the believers, I saw.
Ra'aytu al-mu'minina.
I'll just send this in the group as well, this example. Ra'aytu al-mu'minina. Mini. Just 1 second, mu'minina. And the other example is that he ja'a. Okay, I'll write this example down. Ja'a Zaidun.
Zaid came
Ma'al
mu'minina.
Ma'al mu'minina, yes.
So nominative is mu'minuna, accusative mu'minina, genitive mu'minina.
MashaAllah, that was really good. Excellent.
Thank you.
Jazakallah. Right. Can you choose the next student to come on the mic, please? It makes my life easier if I give it the responsibility to the students to choose the next student.
Nargis Darcy.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam. Alaikum assalam. Now, the word mu'min and mu'minuna in Arabic is called the active participle noun, which indicates upon believing person. Someone who believes is called a mu'min. So this is al-ismul fa'il. Mu'minun and mu'minuna being the plural. Now, then we have alladhina, those whom fi salatihim, in their prayers, are khashi'una. Khashi'una, they are humble.
Humble in their prayers.
Exactly. Now, the word khashi'un, khashi'una. Now, what type of noun is this? And how do you know that this noun is of this category? How do you know that? What type of noun is it? Is it sound masculine plural or sound feminine plural?
It's masculine plural.
Correct.
Masculine, because there's no ta marbuta.
Excellent. So the sound, and what will be the singular for this noun?
And there are plurals, so khashi'u.
Khashi'un. Yeah, excellent. Khashi'un is the singular. Kha. So normally when you have a sound masculine plural, if you remove the last two letters, the waw and the noon, you end up with the singular itself.
khashi'un.
Khashi'un. Excellent. Khashi'un. So, which means now, khashi'un is another pattern now. Khashi'un means a person who is actually having the action of being humble. Khashi'un. Now, khashi'un is called on the pattern of fa'ilun. It comes on the pattern of fa'ilun, means a person who has that action. And the next, Jazakallah sister. Now, the next noun, which is in the next ayah, can you choose the next student to come on the mic, please?
Okay,
Or
let
someone,
me see who is that.
or let me ask, who has not had a chance to come on the mic so far in the class? If you put your hands up, and then I'll bring you on the mic. That'd be another easy way of choosing student.
Okay.
Sister Farwa Jafri, you've been away a few classes. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Good to see yourself back in the class.
I was there last week. I'm trying to catch up on online classes.
Okay,
But,
no problem.
so the noun is mu'riduna. It's a masculine because it has waw noon in the end. It is indefinite because it does not have alif lam with it. And again, it follows the same pattern of, the singular form will be mu'ridun with the double tanween on dod. And anything else I'm missing?
Excellent. No, that's perfect. Excellent. So those who they وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنِ اللَّغْوِ مُعْرِضُونَ, and those who do not get neglected or diverted from the amusements or into things of entertainment. Can you kindly choose the next student?
Sister Siddiqa Kanani.
Sister Siddiqa Kanani, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
So Sister Siddiqa Kanani, ayah number 4. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِزَكَاتِهِمْ. Yep. Can you try explain which word is the sound masculine plural?
Yeah, fa'ilun. Fa'iluna is a plural.
Correct.
And the singular will be fa'ilun.
Fa'ilun, which means a doer. So fa'ala means he did.
Yeah, the doer, yeah. The doer, yeah. Fa'il, yeah.
Excellent. So وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِلزَّكَاةِ فَاعِلُونَ, and they are those who give
who gives zakat.
Performers of zakat, yeah. Who are the givers? Who are the givers?
Yeah, who are the doers of or giving of zakat? Yeah.
Excellent. Jazakallah. That's really good. Can you choose another student to come on the mic?
Farhana Z.
Sister Farhana Zedi.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Now, وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ لِفُرُوجِهِمْ, and they are those who protect their bodies. Now, the word hafiduna, what type of word is this now?
And that's masculine sound plural.
Masculine sound plural. And what will be the singular?
Hafiz.
Hafidun, correct.
Hafizun.
And now I'm going to change this slightly. Now, if we want to make hafidun, which is a singular, into a feminine noun, how do we do that?
Hafizatun.
Hafidatun. Excellent. So when we have hafidatun, which is a female noun now, which is a female person who's protecting or who has memorized the Quran. Now, how would you then make that into a sound feminine plural?
Hafizatun.
Hafidatun. Excellent. Brilliant. That was really good. Can you kindly choose the next student to come on the mic?
Fatima Virani.
Sister Fatima Virani. Sister Fatima Virani, are you there? Can I have then Sister Ismat? Sister Ismat TRS, I think she's from Birmingham as well. Okay. Would it then be possible to get Dr. Shabir? Dr. Shabir, are you there? Right, Fatima. Alaikum salam. Alaykum salam. Now, doctor, would you be able to, what will be the singular feminine of fa? So what is a singular of fa'iluna?
Fa'il.
Fa'il.
Yeah.
Fa'il. And what will be the female? Sound feminine.
Fa'ilu nata. Yeah.
Fa'ilatun.
Fa'ilatun. Yes.
Yeah.
Fa'ilatun.
So how would you make the plural now, the sound feminine plural of fa'ilatun?
Fa'il.
Add a fa'il. So after the lam, add an alif and a flat ta. Alif.
Fa'ilatun.
Fa'ilatun. Excellent. Fa'ilatun. Jazakallah. Thank you. Next person, can I request Fatima Rajab Ali? So Fatima would be able to come on the mic. Sister Yasmin Tehrani, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
How are you, sister?
Alhamdulillah.
Right, sister Yasmin Tehrani. The word al-warithuna, ayah number 10. Ulaika humul warithuna, and those are the heirs. Now the word al-warithuna, what will be the singular of this?
Al-warith.
Al-warith, correct. And what will be a female singular for this verb? Or sorry, this noun?
Al-waritha.
Al-warithatun, correct. And what will be the sound feminine plural?
Warithat.
Warithatun. Excellent, excellent. I think this is a sufficient practice for this, and inshallah we will do more because I don't want to spend all the time on this. Let me just see if yeah, that's enough. Let me just now move on to the next phase now. Now, any has any questions so far before I move on to the broken plurals? Does anyone have any questions? Right, okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to move on to is the actual plurals. Now, the broken plurals. Now, broken plurals, there are many different patterns. The sound masculine and sound feminine, they have a fixed pattern that the masculine will end with waw noon, and the sound feminine plural will end with alif and a flat ta. But when we go to the broken plurals are those nouns whose plural or broken plural is that noun that the singular word does not remain intact in the plural. So that is a broken plural. So the singular word is broken, is changed in the plural. That is a broken plural. And there are many different patterns for the broken plurals. There's no fixed pattern for them. And you will normally have to refer to the dictionary to be able to know which word is a broken plural. What is the pattern for the broken plural once you know the singular itself. Now, can I request Sister Bilqis or Sister Shabnam? Shabnam Bijara, Shabnam.
Ji, Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Sister Bilqis, now over here, if you can kindly go over these words, singulars and the plurals, that would be much appreciated, please.
Okay, sure. So singular of abdun is ibadun, and qaranun is fakihatun. The plural is fawaki.
Correct. So these are you'll see that these are broken plurals. Now, abdun, a servant, ibadun, servants, qarnun, century or era or time, qurunun is plural, fakihatun is fruit, fawakihu is fruits, kitabun is a book, and kutubun are books itself, plural.
Books.
So these are the patterns for them are, there's no fixed pattern for them. There, I will send you a list of the different patterns so that you become familiar with them, but there's no particular fixed pattern that this noun will come on this pattern itself. So there are a few more on the next page, sister. Can you go through them as well, please?
Yeah, sure. It's rajulun is a singular and rijalun is the plural. Qariyatun and is a singular, and Quran is
Yeah, Quran.
Quran.
Yeah. So
Quran
qaryatun
is a plural.
Yeah, qaryatun means a village, and Quran means villages. Rajul means a man. Rijalun is the plural of men.
Mm.
Okay, now can you kindly read this point? Broken plurals.
Broken plurals are treated grammatically as feminine singulars unless they refer to male persons. When they are treated as excuse me, when they are treated as masculine plurals, or to feminine female persons when they are treated as feminine plurals.
Okay, let me explain this point.
Yes,
Now,
please.
those who have done book 2 of Medina Arabic already with me, we did this in, I think it was lesson number 4 in Medina Arabic book 2. We learned about the plurals itself. Now, if a noun which is non-rational, meaning a noun which is not referring to human beings, meaning a female or a male, and it has a plural, and it's a broken plural. Now, all broken plurals, they will be treated as feminine. What does it mean you'll be treated, even though they are plurals, but when it comes that we bring adjectives for them, we will bring the singular feminine form of the adjectives. Okay. Right. What does this mean? Let me get a student on the mic. Let me bring kindly Sister Zainab Sharif from Africa. Sister Zainab Sharif, can you come on the mic? Right. Maybe she's not there. Right. Can I bring brother someone called Hussein? Someone's ID Hussein. Or Sister Hasina Chaudhary from London. Sister Hasina, would you be able to come on the mic? Right, Sister Durdana Zaidi, can you come on the mic, please? Or whose mic is working at the moment?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. This is
Alaikum.
Saida. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
I think I have some idea about the broken singular. Those are like animals or things that are that are considered as treated as a singular.
Correct.
Instead of
That's right. So let me now I'm going to give you an example here. The word kutubun. Kutubun is a broken plural. Now the singular of kutubun is kitabun. As we've seen on the previous page, let me show you the word again. Just 1 second. So kitabun, can you see over there? It says underneath on this page. So this is the word. Kitabun is singular and kutubun is the plural. Now, the word kutubun is a broken plural. Now, when we will bring the adjectives for it, we will bring it in the feminine form. So qayyimatun. So the word qayyimatun has a ta marbut at the end. So qayyimatun has a ta marbut at the end. And this is the ruling that whenever you have any broken plurals, as long as they're not referring to a male person or a female person, the adjectives which will come with them will come with a ta marbut at the end. So kutubun qayyimatun, valuable. Manfa'un the word mim, noon, fa, ain. If you put the noon a sakin on top, manfa'un, and put a fatha on the fa, manfa'un means benefit. That's a singular. And the plural is manafi'u. It's a broken plural. So manafi'u means benefits. And if you want to say many benefits, you will not say manafi'u kathirun, but you will bring a ta marbuta at the end, and you will say manafi'u kathiratun. Manafi'u kathiratun. And qarnun is singular. Al-qurunu is the plural of generations. The word, I'll write this word down in the actual group. The word al-awwalu, I'll just write this down now so that you have this. Al-awwalu, or just send in the group, al-awwalu means first when you're referring to a masculine object, al-awwalu. And al-ula is the feminine word for first. Al-awwalu is for the masculine, and al-ula is for the feminine. So when something is feminine and you want to say the first, you'll say al-ula. Okay, so al-qurunul ula, the first generation. Now, so all of these examples, kutubun qayyimatun, manafi'u kathiratun, al-qurunu al-ula. So you see all of these words, they're not referring to any male person or female person. So they're coming as broken plurals, and they're adjectives, as it says, an adjective. So where's it come? And the adjectives will come in the singular feminine form. Let me just move this aside. So as you're all feminine singulars and adjectives agreeing with them, and similar now must, okay, where's it gone? Let's go to the top. Right, so let's get Sister Shabnam. Sister Shabnam Walji. Can you come on the mic, please?
Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh.
So let's read this and then I'll explain what's happening to the next phase. Broken plurals are treated as grammatically as feminine singular, unless they are, if you could start from there and then read the second paragraph so that it relates to each other.
Okay. Broken plurals are treated grammatically as feminine singulars, unless they refer to male persons, when they are treated as masculine plurals, or to female persons when they are treated as feminine plurals. Thus, qurunun, fawaqihu, Quran, and kutubun are all feminine singulars, and adjectives agreeing with them and singular nouns must, in all normal circumstances, be in the feminine singular.
Excellent. So all of these plurals, which are broken plurals, their adjectives will come in the singular feminine form. Now, over here now, underneath, we have now broken plurals now, but they are referring to human beings, either a female or a male. In these scenarios, the adjectives will have to correspond in the number. As rijalun is plural, now the adjectives will also have to come in the plural format. Kutubun is plural, but the adjective qayyimatun is singular. Manafi'us, it's a plural, but the adjective will come singular, kathiratun. Al-qurunu is generations, is a plural because it's non-human. Al-ula, it's a feminine singular. Now, Sister Shabnam, explain what's happening here. Rijalun mu'minuna.
So rijalun is obviously it's plural. So the mu'minuna has to correspond because rijalun is not غير عقل. It's an animate object. It's a human being.
Exactly. And what's happening? So is mu'minuna singular or plural?
No, mu'minuna is plural. It's a sound masculine plural because rijalun is a masculine plural.
Exactly. And the next one, ibadun?
Ibadun mukramuna, honored servants. So again, the ibadun are animate objects. It's human beings. So the servants is also plural, masculine sound plural, because ibadun is the plural.
Excellent. So what will be the singular of mukramuna?
Mukramun.
Excellent. Excellent. And now, Jazakallah, sister, thank you ever so much.
Thank you, Sheikh.
Now, these are some of the vocabulary which I will ask someone to read this. So who will kindly go through these vocab, or anyone has a question so far? Does anyone have any question?
There's a question on the group, Sheikh, about living and non-living. So I use the word animate and inanimate, but possibly I should have used living and non-living.
Yeah. So the technical term is a term which the Shabnam has used, but you can use it. Easier word is living and non-living as well. Yes. But living, no, not even that. That's incorrect. Dilshad, you cannot use living because animals are living as well. It has to be akil. Yeah, the word akil has to be used because if you say living, animals are living. But when they're with regards to animals, when we bring adjectives to animals, we'll bring it in the singular feminine. So the word living and non-living is incorrect. So it has to be akil, sane, people who possess akal. That is the measurement or the criteria you measure a noun, whether the adjective will come in the plural format or the singular feminine format.
Is it correct to use the word rational?
Yes, rational and irrational. Normally we use this term as well. Rational nouns and irrational nouns. That is correct. That's another name we use as well. I want to keep it simple, but yes, doctor, you're right. I have used that term before as well in classes. Right.
Sheikh,
Now,
I do have a question, please.
Yes.
This is Kulsum. Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, sister.
If you can go back to where you had the two words together, right?
Which one?
Yeah, like kutubun.
Qayyimatun.
Qayyimatun, okay.
Yep.
And then when you are looking at rijalun mu'minuna, believing men.
Yep.
So if you look at kutubun, qayyimatun, they both are in the marfu form. What about rijalun and mu'minuna? Know that mu'minuna is what the plural is, but do we have to worry about the majrur or mansub or marfu forms?
Your question is a very good question. It's an excellent question. And it's related to the lesson directly, and I will explain this question. Now, let me answer this question in this method. Now, in the Arabic language, as I mentioned to yourself, that the nouns, all nouns in the Arabic language have three states: nominative, raf, nasb, and jar. Nominative case, accusative case, and genitive case. Nominative case is when a noun receives a dhamma tanween. Then we have a case when the noun receives a fatha tanween. And then we have a case which is called jar, when a noun receives a kasra or a kasra tanween. Now, these harakat are the default harakat. However, when you go to now the Arabic nouns, then the words, it's nouns itself, they are divided into, what I recollect, 13 different categories. So the simple category, the basic category is the one which we have rijalun. It becomes rijalun, rijalan, and rijalin. So this word, it takes the harakat itself: dhamma tanween, fatha tanween, and a kasra tanween. The word mu'minuna, as I explained last week, sister Kulthum, remember I said the word mu'minuna, the singular mu'minun, the noon has a dhamma tanween. The dhamma tanween indicates the noun is in its original state. All nouns are in the state of raf. And the word mu'minuna, the waw and the noon, this waw unknown, which indicates upon plural, also indicates that this noun is in the nominative case as well. Does that answer your question now? So the waw
Yes,
noon here,
thank you.
the
Yes,
waw
thank
noon
you.
here is indicating that this is coming as in the place of the dhamma tanween in regards, because the singular gets a dhamma tanween, mu'minun, but the plurals of mu'minun, when you do the plural sound masculine, the waw noon indicates that this is in the nominative case. And in the genitive, or when a noun receives a fatha tanween or kasra tanween, the sound masculine plurals, instead of getting a fatha or a kasra, in both of these two situations, it gets a ya and a noon, and the previous letter before the ya should get a kasra. So mu'minuna becomes mu'minina. For example, I'll give you an example. The word ra'aytu, I'll use the ra'aytu again and again because I have taught you the verb now. Ra'aytu is also in the group. Ra'aytu, which means I saw. Ra'aytu, I saw. If I wanted to say Sister Kulthum, no, not Sister Kulthum, let me bring someone else. Sister Kulthum, can you choose another student to come on the mic?
Bilqis.
Bilqis has had a chance already. So who would like to come on the mic who has not had a chance to come on the mic?
Shall I try? Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam to Says Nigat Kazmi. Says Nigat Kazmi. If I say Ra'aytu, I saw believing men. So I saw is a verb, fi'l, and I'm doing the action of seeing. Now, the thing which you're seeing is always in the case of nasab, mansub. So how would you now explain to the class, what would you do? Would you say, Ra'aytu, go ahead, it's your turn. I'll listen.
Ra'aytu mu'minina.
Ra'aytu mu'minina, excellent. And the word rijalun, what would that be? So nasab.
Yeah.
What would be the nasab of rijalun? The case of nasab.
Rijalun.
It will become fatha tanween.
Rijalin.
No, fatha tanween. Fatha tanween.
Rijalan.
Yeah. So ra'aytu rijalan, and the word mu'minuna will become
Mu'minina.
excellent. MashaAllah. Excellent. Really good. Ra'aytu rijalan mu'minina. So rijalan is a standard noun. So because of that, it gets a fatha tanween. Because this is sound masculine plural, in the state of nasb, it gets a ya and a noon with a fatha at the end. Ra'aytu rijalan mu'minina. So whenever you see the word in the Quran, let me show you now. Let me show you. Actually, I'll use this instead. So got it there. Just use this Surah Baqarah instead.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. I have a question.
Alaikum salam. Just give me 1 second, sister. Go ahead, ask a question now.
Okay, for Majrur also it will be for Rijalin Mu'minina.
Yes,
Okay.
Rijalin, yes.
Thank you.
Jalin mu'minina, correct. Now, over here now, where we go? Where should we go? Can I request Sister Saima? Sister Saima, are you there? Sister Saima from Karachi, are you there?
Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Now, over here, Sister Saima, it says, where's it gone? وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ آمَنَّا بِاللَّهِ. And from amongst the people, مَنْ يَقُولُ, who are saying, we believe in Allah and the day of judgment. وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. Here the word mu'minin. Now, ba here, ba in the Arabic language is a particle which the word which comes after it gets a kasra. Like, for example, in Bismillah, ba'ul Bismillah, bi'ismi. So ba, ism, meme is getting a kasra because of ba. Ba is a preposition which means in name of Allah. So it gives kasra. Now over here, bimu'minina, if it was a singular, what would it be? So the singular of mu'minuna is mu'minun. So ba gives all words a kasra tanween if it does not have alif lam. So what would it be, Sister Sa'ima? Bimu'minin, correct. Bimu'minin. Now the word mu'minuna, if ba came before it, what would it be? Would it be mu'minuna or mu'minina? The answer is there on the screen.
Noon fatha. Mu'minina.
Yeah, mu'minina. Yeah. Noon, ya noon. Not alif noon, ya noon. Yeah, ya noon. Yeah, bimu'minina. So here, this is called the halatul jar, the genitive case, because there's a preposition ba coming before it. Now give me a few more examples here. This one here. Wallahu muhitun bil kafirina. Surah Baqarah, verse number 19. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is encompassing and aware. Muhitun bil kaf. Now bil kafirina. Originally, it was, what should it be kafirina originally? It was what? Change the ya noon to waw noon.
Kafiruna.
Kafiruna. And why is it coming kafirina?
Because of B.
Exactly. Is that clear for everyone now? So whenever you have a noun with ya noon, you'll know that if there's a previous word which is either a preposition, harf jar, will make a noun to ya noon, or it's coming as an object of a verb, and it'll become kafirina. For example, if I say Sister Kauthar, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So Sister Kauthar, if I want to say I saw a kafir, I saw a kafir. So the word kafir, kafiruna is the plural. How do you say one kafir, one unbeliever?
Kafirun.
Kafirun. And if I say I saw one unbeliever, how would you say that? Ra'aytu?
Ra'aytu kafirun.
Kafiran.
Kafiran. I saw.
Yeah. Fatatanwi kafiran. Ra'aytu kafiran. I saw one unbeliever. Now, if I want to say I saw a group of unbelievers, how would you say that? Ra'aytu?
Ra'aytu kafiruna.
Kafiruna is in the nominative case. In the case of an object, as you say, Ra'aytu, I am doing the action. And the thing which you're doing the action upon always gets a nasab. Ra'aytu kafiran. I saw one kafir. And the word kafiruna, when it comes in the nasb case, the ya noon should exist. So what would it be then, sister?
Kafirina.
Exactly. So the sentence, say the sentence again. Ra'aytu.
Ra'aytu kafirina.
Ra'aytu al-kafirina. Jazakallah, sister. Thank you ever so much. Right, let me go back. So these are examples now here of nouns. So I'm going to give you examples. Al-qawmul zalimuna. Al-qawmul zalimuna. Al-qawm is for human beings. Zalimuna is coming in the plural format. Al-qawm al-kafiruna. Kafirun is singular. And wa is and. Mu'minun is singular as well. So this is no adjective. There's two different individuals. Rijalun is plural, and the adjective is coming plural, mu'minuna. But the previous ones, which I've not mentioned, qaryatun, zalimatun. Qaryatun is singular, zalimatun is singular. But fawakihu is plural, kathiratun is singular, feminine, because this is referring to non-irrational, is an irrational noun. And ibadun mukramuna is again for akil, so that's the reason why both of them are coming in the plural format. Rajulun mu'minun, rajulun is singular, the adjective is coming singular. As you remember lesson one, in lesson one we mentioned this point, that when you have a adjective, the adjective follows the noun which is describing. So rajulun is singular, mu'minun is singular, rajulun is coming with dhamma tanween, mu'minun is coming with dhamma tanween. Right, any questions from anyone so far?
I had just wanted to ask that this rational and unrational, can we say it like akil and ghaire akil?
That's the term we use. That was the term initially I used. Akil, the person who possesses intellect, and ghaire akil, non-rational. Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Has everyone understood so far what's been happening?
May I ask one question?
Yes, sister.
Ayyamun ukharu is the feminine singular.
Yes. Ayyamun, yawmun is masculine, yawmun is singular, ayyamun is plural, and ukhar is the feminine. Yes.
Singular. Okay. Just
yes. Right.
Just I wanted to ask a question. In the section where the singular and plurals are mentioned, there's Muslim and Muslimuna, I think. I just wanted to where broken plurals are mentioned with their singular forms. The list afterwards.
Correct.
After another, maybe next page. Yes, over here. So why is for in the third last one, Muslimun and Muslimuna, this doesn't sound like, I think it doesn't it completely follow. Why is it a broken plural? That's my question.
No, it's not a broken plural. What they have done over here, they gave you examples of the whole lesson itself. They've actually put the masculine plurals and the sound feminine plurals, and they put the broken plurals. So this is the list of all vocab for the whole lesson itself.
All right. Okay, sorry. I thought.
No, that's fine. So dhalimun, dhalimuna is sound masculine plural. Mu'minun, mu'minuna, sound masculine plural. And the word here, and then it's got all the different vocabs from here. That's what they've done.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sister. All right. Okay. Right. This is going to be sufficient for today. And inshallah, if anyone has any questions, please do ask questions. So inshallah, next week, I will start the next lesson about prepositions.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Yes,
so I want to request if someone from the sisters or brothers or you can repeat or review what we did learn today.
Okay. So you want to have a revision session, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So from the American group, I think Sister Bilqis from Canada, or who else is there? I know Sister Bilqis, who else is there? Sister Wajda Bukhari, and who else is Sister Bilqis, Wajda Bukhari, Sister Kulsum. These three sisters will be able to conduct a revision session. So if any of the sisters are able to message me and let me know which day you want to do a revision session, I will message in the group, and then the sisters can gather together from America. And if the UK sisters want to do it, Sister who is from the UK, Sister, so those sisters who are in the book 3, if you wanted to conduct a revision session, please, Sister Shabnam Walji, Sister Sabira Kanji, Sister Zebunisa, if you want to conduct a revision session, just message me and I'll send the message so that sisters can join those revision sessions. But for yourself, Sister Shala, I will give you the revision sessions in the Medina Arabic class which you're doing, because I will relate this to these classes so that these are, or if you wanted to, you can revise it with your group as well, inshallah. Okay.
No, Sheikh, sorry, my question was not clear. I don't want revision session. I was saying only the today's lesson quick review, like what we did today.
Right. Okay. So what we have done today, we have covered all broken plurals. So the broken plurals itself. Just 1 second. So broken plurals, they don't have a fixed pattern. Okay. That's what we have covered. Like the word abdun ibadun, karnun kurunun, fakihatun fawaki, kitabun kutubun. So these are broken plurals, but they don't have a fixed pattern. The sound masculine plural and the sound feminine plural, both of these two categories of noun have a fixed pattern. That when you have a noun mu'minun, you add alif, waw, and noon, and it becomes a sound masculine plural. And mu'minatun, if you add an alif and a flat ta, it becomes the sound feminine plural itself. So that is the main theme of the lesson. And inshallah, I will send you today, later on today, some template, some examples and some patterns for the broken plurals. And I would like you to practice from the Quran, different ayats and different words. And I will send you a dictionary. I'll send you a PDF and also a link for an app for the handword dictionary, so that you can refer to the dictionary and find the singulars or the plurals, and send me about 5 or 6 examples from different ayats of the Quran, so that you become familiar of how to check plurals and singulars itself, inshallah.
Sheikh, you send it to the group, right?
Yeah, I will send that today.
Also the recording, right?
Yeah, I'll do that as well, inshallah. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
I wanted to join that Medina group too. How can I join that one?
Okay. Who is his sister?
Samina.
Yes. Message me, Sister Samina, and I will add you to the book 2 class, because there's 2 classes. One's going to be finishing book 1 in the next 2 or 3 days or weeks. The other one may be difficult for you, because we're on lesson number 4 in book 2 already. So maybe message me. I'll join you in book 1's revision session, and then you can start fresh from book 2, inshallah.
Where should I message you on the private?
Private message. It's private number. Okay. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Jazakallah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Sorry.
Yes.
Why are we missing lesson 3 because we already covered it, or?
The reason lesson 3 is you've done that already in Medina book 1, and majority of the people, when they have done the definite I'll go over it quickly in the next session. I'll go over it because it's a really easy lesson, adding the definite article alif lam.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I'll cover it quickly in next session, and then I'll start the next lesson, the following lesson, inshallah. Okay.
I'm really finding this helpful. A lot of things are clicking into place that I didn't get before. So I really appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome, Tisha. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وأين حتى تسكنه أرضك أو تمتع فيها طويلا واجعلنا من أنصار وشيتك وجندك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وأجل فرجهم. جزاك الله خير الجزاء.
Thank you.
Next week I won't be able to do class because I've got a meeting next week. So inshallah next week I won't be able to do class. Inshallah, I may arrange it a later time, or maybe arrange